Hello dear students, welcome back to EduHunt video lecture series. In the previous session, we have discussed about one sensory organ, that is ear. We have finished two sense organs, that is eye and ear. Eye is the organ which functions like a camera. It captures the images, and with that image we can picturize anything. We can visualize. The eyes are the sense organs of vision. And ears, they serve two functions. One is hearing. We all know about ears, only one function, that is hearing. But there is another function called equilibrium. Equilibrium is maintained by the ears. Most of us do not know about the second function of the ears. Let us move on to the next sense organ, that is tongue. Tongue is situated in the mouth and it is the organ of taste. And the tongue is lined by stratified epithelium, that is a kind of layer, a kind of tissue, that is squamous tissue. We have different types of tissues in our body. Epithelial tissues are a kind of tissues. Among that, squamous epithelium is a primary one. In the squamous epithelium, there are different types. Under that, stratified epithelium is one. Stratified means layered. It is the epithelium that is occurred on layers that is present in the tongue. That lining of the tongue is made up of stratified epithelial, squamous epithelial tissue. That is the main point here. And if we observe our tongue, there are so many papillae, the projections are present. And these papillae are provided with taste buds. Taste buds. These taste buds are present on several papillae present on the tongue. And these papillae have some projections, like they are not flat, they are just protruded out from the tongue, and they make the surface of the tongue rough. Otherwise, our tongue will be smooth and rolled out. In our typical mammals, there are several types of papillae. Importantly, there are 4 types noticed. First is the filiform type of papillae, and these type are pointed and they do not have taste buds. It is the notable point here. Filiform taste bud, filiform type of papillae, they do not possess the taste buds. that is taste buds are absent. In which kind of papillae? That is filiform papillae. And second is the fungiform papillae. These are umbrella shaped like mushrooms, like this. These are umbrella shaped and that is why they were named as fungiform papillae. And circumvallate or vallate type of papillae, these are circular and the largest papillae among the different types of papillae. Circumvallate or the vallate type of papillae are the largest. This is also a notable point. And then foliate type. Foliate means leaf-like type of papillae, leaf-shaped. And these are the 4 different types of papillae. First is filiform, next is the fungiform, third type is circumvallate form, and the fourth foliate type of papillae. And these papillae are provided with taste buds except the first one, that is filiform papillae. This is a tongue. It is present in the oral cavity, and especially the filiform type are present in the lateral side of the tongue, lateral side. And circumvallate, they are present at the posterior part of the tongue. And all type of papillae have taste buds except the filiform. In human, only 3 types of papillae were identified. And foliate papillae are absent, are said to be absent. And circumvallate are few in number. These are few in number and larger and circular in shape, and they are arranged on the back side of the, not the lower side, back, that is posterior side of the tongue, in an inverted V shape, that is like this. These are like this, inverted V shape. Let us see the picture. Here, like this. Okay, these are present in such a way that they resemble an inverted V shape. These are the circumvallate type of papillae. And the taste buds of sweet, we taste different tastes like sweet, sour, salt, like that. And sweet and salt taste buds are present at the tip, like this, here, at the tip of the tongue. And for sour and bitter taste are present at the lateral and posterior most, lateral side and posterior most part of the tongue. Especially the sour, the taste buds, they recognize the sour taste, are present at the lateral side of the tongue. And the next type, that is bitter, the taste buds which taste bitter, which are responsible for bitter identification of the bitter taste, are present at the posterior side of the tongue. And we eat different foods, and among these foods we eat carbohydrates. There are different nutrients in our food. Carbohydrates will be there, proteins, fats, minerals, and all these are present. And inorganic and organic salts, acids especially, inorganic and organic acids are sour in taste. Because they are acids, they are sour in taste, and like glycerol, chloroform and morlin, which is a protein, and salts of lead and beryllium are sweet. These are sweet. And quinine, which has a medicinal property. Quinine is obtained from the bark of Cinchona officinalis tree, and which is used as a medicine to treat malaria. Quinine, nicotine, which is an alkaloid present in tobacco, and caffeine, we know that caffeine is present in coffee, and urea, morphine. Morphine is also a drug obtained from a plant, and these salts of calcium, magnesium are bitter in taste. Sweet salts like salts of lead, salts of beryllium are sweet, and also glycerol, chloroform, all these are sweet, but the bitter taste comes from the salts of some alkaloids like caffeine, morphine, etc. Next sense organ is nose. Nose is the next sense organ. The nasal or olfactory lining is called Schneiderian membrane. The nasal lining is called Schneiderian membrane, and nose is responsible for not only breathing, it is a sense organ. It is not only a respiratory organ. Apart from that, it also senses the different smells. And it has 3 different types of cells. We call them as receptor cells. Receptor cells, these are the sensory cells. Receptors, they perceive, they receive the signals, they receive the stimuli. They are derivatives of bipolar neurons and form olfactory hairs or sensory cilia. I'll show you where they are. Yes, these are the olfactory hairs or sensory cilia. They are present, or these are the derivatives of the bipolar neurons. And supporting cells, they are formed of columnar epithelial cells. These are the columnar epithelial cells, like they are like elongated cells. Columnar epithelial cells, they support the first type of cells, that is receptor cells. Third type of cells are glandular cells or Bowman's gland. Bowman's gland is like this. It is like a sac. And in this, the glandular cells are present. They secrete mucus. And the strength of the smell, that depends on the number of receptors they get stimulated. How many number of cells get stimulation, that decides the strength of the smell. If we senses some smell, sometimes we feel it as much as stronger, as a strong smell. Sometimes we feel like if we keep our perfume bottle very close to the nose, we feel that it is very strong. If we keep it away and we just spray in one corner of the room, we enjoy the smell. It gives a pleasant smell. That is our what are the receptor cells. The receptor cells, only few of the receptor cells get stimulated. If most of the cells get stimulated, the smell becomes stronger. That decides it. With this, we have finished the 4 sense organs out of 5. In the next session, we'll do some multiple choice questions, and then finally we discuss about the last sense organ and the biggest sense organ, that is skin. Goodbye.